Hello again and welcome back to another one. And here's a quick update to the story we covered in the last video when DJ Yella shared this recent picture with Eminem. Some fans claimed it was taken in Dr. Dre's home in LA, and a few hours ago Eminem shared a photo with Dre and Snoop, so right on the money. And it's business as usual for Eminem when Game is in need of a response to the Black Slim Shady, as reports have shown that Drillmatic is in need of a boost. And today we have more from 50 Cent, who shut down claims made by Game's team, and we also have more from Hailie, who reacted to the recent made-up news about her reaction to Black Slim Shady that made its way to major news outlets. But first of all, speaking on Eminem's current call 2, we now have more official data about its first week performance. On Spotify, for instance, it was the only new album to make top 10 globally in its first week, and in the United States, YB and Eminem secured top 10 positions. But speaking on the US market, there was a plot twist for hip-hop fans, as previous reports suggested that YB's album would go number 1 and Eminem's current call 2 number 5. But both dropped one spot. YB's album officially debuted at number 2 and Eminem CC2 at number 6 on Billboard 200. For pure album sales, Eminem CC2 was the number 1 selling album in the United States in its first week. In Canada, Eminem's current call 2 was the top debut and number 3 overall, and for some context, it's been outselling Game's Drillmatic since the second day on iTunes globally. Moving on, Eminem's daughter Hailie finally spoke about the stories that made headlines a few days ago, as a couple of hip-hop outlets shared a TikTok video she dropped in March claiming that it was her response to Game's Eminem Diss song. An account claiming to be Hailie on Twitter fueled this story as they shared the video, and even Complex among other major outlets reported a story about Hailie's reaction to Black Slim Shady based on this tweet that went viral from that Twitter account. "My dad is so legendary that people have to diss him in their songs just to attract audience because they know they would flunk without the attention." Now, many users called out outlets like Complex for pushing the story, and they have since deleted the report. It's still up on Yahoo, and Hailie has since reacted on IG stories. "This is not my Twitter account," and she adds, "This account has been reported, but Twitter will not take it down for some reason, though they are aware of the situation." Even Hailie's podcast account spoke about this on IG in response to a user. "Hey Hailie, someone is impersonating you on Twitter. Do something about it, please." They responded, "Trying. If everyone reports that account, that should help too." But in quotes, fake Hailie on Twitter is enjoying this as they updated. "Who would have known one tweet can become so viral? All I did was express how I felt at the moment. Laughing and shrugs emojis." Moving on a side note, Game was reportedly spotted under an Eminem meme on Facebook that many have found hilarious across platforms so far. On Reddit, a user broke it down. He talked so much about M and looked up so much info about him on his phone that all the algorithm is doing is showing Eminem on the Game's news feeds. Some are more focused on the fact that he's active on Facebook. As it was on the platform, he also dropped a comment on the photos of Hailie. The user expands, "The Game using Facebook in 2022 shows how much of an old head he is." And moving on, since Game was exposed once again a few days ago when the reference track for Game's Higher made by 50 Cent surfaced online, it was brought up to 50 Cent in a recent interview on The Breakfast Club, and 50 Cent reacted and also took the time to counter claims that Game made What Up Gangsta for Get Rich or Die Trying.
Well, I want to go back. So you wrote Higher, the Game Higher.
You wrote 6 songs off that album. Higher, This Is How We Do.
I'm automatically thinking,
Hate It or Love It.
This Is How We Do, but his verse was on that. So when you see the writing credits, you think it's his verse. Or Hate It or Love It, you see the writing
Hate It or
credits, you
Love
think it's
It.
his verse.
What else?
They say all kind of stuff about, like, he said he wrote What Up Gangsta.
What Up Gangsta,
Yeah, I'm like, come on, bro. He wasn't even around when we did that. Like, that was before you even came into the picture. Like, that's Get Rich or Die Trying. He didn't even...
Coming to after that.
Yeah, we didn't even know who he was to after. But there's a point where desperation, where you say anything. Like, this is how to rob me and how to rob.
Since the post-Super Bowl rants from Game began, the word desperation has been used to sum it up by many on social media. The press run, the Eminem diss, the comments on the Hailie's photos, and the Eminem meme. The whole thing hasn't been a good look for Game so far. All that, and still some remain confused. Still trying to figure out why the Game dissed Eminem, laughing my bum off.
Why M? Like, what was the origin?
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because 50 can't rap.
Right.
That will be all for today. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and see you on the next one.